Hey, this is Dennis. It's Friday. Pretty hot. God's been blessing with a lot of good rain. That's been a blessing. But I just wanted to get back in the Word. We had left off in Revelations. And we'll start out with Revelations chapter 6. And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals. So John's saying he saw the Lamb, Jesus, open one of the seals, because we know that Jesus is the only one that's worthy to open the seals or even look at the book. And I heard as it were the noise of thunder. So he heard the sound of thunder. One of the four beasts saying, "Come and see." And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow. So he looked and he saw a white horse, and the one that sat on him had a bow. I don't think it says who was on the horse. And a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. And like I said, I don't know who's on the horse, but he was given a crown, and he was sent forth conquering and to conquer. Now, where this happens in the theme of God's timing in this earth, I don't know. The second seal was open, and when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, "Come and see." So the second beast said to John, "Come and see." And there went out another horse that was red. So the second horse was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. So the second horse, a red horse, it had a rider, doesn't say who it was, but he was given power to take peace from the earth. Now, looking back at history, for me, the biggest times where peace was taken from the earth was World War I, World War II, and it seems like we've been at war just about ever since. I mean, we had a little bit of time after Vietnam. We wasn't in a war. But the Gulf War, the Afghanistan War, I mean, I think we're still there. So there's been a long period of time that the peace has been taken from the earth. Now the third seal was open, and when it had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say. So the third seal and the third beast, you had the first beast, second beast, now the third beast and the third seal. "Come and see." And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and him that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. So the black horse and the guy that sat on him had a pair of balances. And heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, "A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine." And I have to be honest with you, I don't know what he's referring to. I know it's a pair of balances, and it's talking about wheat and barley is made to make bread, so it's food. And then he said, "Hurt not the oil and the wine." Now I know there's a lot of preachers, they bad mouth wine. And some of them will go so far to say hey, if you drink wine, you're going to hell. I haven't read that in the Bible. Now, Jesus said, be thou not drunk with new wine. We don't need to be getting drunk. But if you're going to condemn everybody that's drank some wine, and maybe we'll go in, when we continue the Bible study, we'll see there's a lot of very, very righteous men in the Bible that drink wine. Football. Now the fourth seal was open, and when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard a voice of the fourth beast say, come and see. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. So, the fourth seal is open, and he hears from the fourth beast say, come and see. And this makes me think about that movie with Clint Eastwood, The Pale Rider. It talks about in there, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth. So this is telling me, when the Pale Rider comes along, 1/4 of all the people in the earth are gonna die. And they're gonna be killed with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with beasts of the earth. Well, I would think the fourth seal definitely, well, like I said, I'm thinking when the first seal is open, we're in the tribulation. But I don't know of any time in history so far that 1/4 of everybody on the planet died. I mean, if anybody knows, let me know of any time in history that 1/4 of the people have died. I would think that hasn't happened yet, but I don't know. But anyhow, we'll leave off there, and when we come back, we'll be looking at opening the fifth seal, and the sixth seal is open. Now, the fifth and sixth seal are really interesting, and I think if you're alive and these things are happening when the fifth and sixth seals are open, you in the tribulation. And I'm thinking the fourth seal too. Alrighty, well, God bless y'all. You have a good day.